a helping hand, because we have a large population of vibrant, energetic people whose creativity needs to be channeled towards wealth creation and also to generate jobs for themselves and for others.
All right. Raphael, you went through the process. Well, Mrs. Williams here believes that she could see as an observer that there are a lot of transparency. Do you agree with that?
A lot of transparency. You don't need to know anybody. Log on your name, your business name, what you
didn't know anybody.
I was born and brought up in the village, so I've never met Jonathan in my life. I've never met Mrs. Dr. Nkodio Uela in my life, but I was opportunity to meet them one-on-one last week on Presidential Lodge. I was invited, and I was giving God the glory that if I can start business at the back of my house some years back, and today, without getting connected with anybody, without knowing anybody, I can be dining and whining with President Goodluck Jonathan. I give God the glory. So if I can do it, I believe, if I say I was born and brought up in a village, and I came to Lagos without anything, and today I can be doing what I'm doing. Right now we have assisting people on a payroll. So if I can do that, that means if you school in Unilag, you should be able to do better.
Now, do you have to own a business already? You have an already going business, or if you have an entrepreneurial mind and then you have a business idea, perhaps because of funding you're unable to start off at all. Are you also qualified to?
If I may answer that, you can apply even as a startup. You haven't yet started the business, but you have a plan to do that. And honestly, each candidate is being identified by a number. So this further contributes to the transparency in the system, and even assessors, when you're asked to come in and do a review, you don't know the name of whose business plan you're reviewing. So this has really been a good initiative, and I believe we should build on this, make it more sustainable, and let it get to a whole lot of other entrepreneurs in Nigeria. You know, shortlisting 6,000, getting 1,200 selected and receiving grants, we are several millions. So I will still, like to give my recommendations, if I may, on how we can get something going that is sustainable and that would touch the life of even the man in the village.
We will get to that recommendation. Okay. Now, back to you, Raphael. Yeah. Now, talking about the grants, I know it's between 1 million to 10 million naira. Yeah. When you qualify, or perhaps you were shortlisted as a winner, how did you go about assessing the fund? Because that seemed to be some concerns some Nigerians have raised. Oh, well, even if you win, how do I get the money? So what was the experience in that regard?
During our own process, it was in 4 tranches. It was in tranches. So we have like about 3-4 monitors. So it's a big thing. You can't. Unfortunately, many people think it's a national cake. Let me take my own share and go away with it. No. Number one, you are not helping yourself. Secondly, you are not helping your nation. So get the first tranche. They expect you, if you are a startup, to get an office, put all those necessary things you want to get. But for me, I've already been doing a business, so I know what I'm looking for. So the first tranche, I was able to buy all those things. Your monitor will come, they will value it, they will recommend you. The second monitor will come, the third monitor will come, external auditor will come. They will value you, they will recommend you.
Okay, you mean they all have all these things?
System.
Yeah, because that's another area where I would want to go in, because it's always been a challenge here in Nigeria. Even in some
integrity has always been a challenge.
Exactly, and monitoring mechanism. So you're saying that the government has really established a good monitoring mechanism.
Serious and wonderful.
Yeah, because some people will tell you that, oh, they actually want to do this, but they end up not doing that.
There's been a lot of skepticism, but I would like to say, like Raphael did mention, once an opportunity comes, you need, as an entrepreneur, to try and key into it. And let's have a more open mind. There is a monitoring system in place. Even after you have received the entire grant, How is your business doing? You even have international agencies being involved in the monitoring and assessment. I think we should give kudos to the federal government for this particular initiative. It has, been a tremendous window, a window of opportunity for entrepreneurs in Nigeria.
All right. Now, still on you now, Mrs. William. Yeah, this program targets to create about 80,000 jobs. So far, according to the president, the program has created about 26,000 jobs. Now, what's your take? Do you see this program as a viable means of reducing the unemployment rate in Nigeria?
I see it as a step in the right direction, because just as Raphael said, he has 16 staff already. I know of some other winners into things like recycling who can take up to 80 staff within the next 3 years. So yes, I believe it is a good way of creating jobs, but like I always would add, we need to see how this information, how this capacity building, how this mentorship can get to a whole lot more people so that we can have the desired multiplier effect.
So in other words, now we're talking about 26,000 jobs. It's just, let's say, the direct jobs.
That's
have just that Now the interconnectivity,
the suppliers, for instance,
just as you've just said, the distributors.
And aside that, we continue to expand the business. Like before I got you in, I have only 4 people on my payroll, which I always struggle to pay their salary. But now we have 16, we have 15. We employ one from SureP program. So federal government is paying her. She's working with us. So with that, we have 16. We are into painting, and we are also into painting. We call them temporary staff. When we have job, we recruit them. We have over 20 painters. So it depends on the size of the painting job we get. Right now we are painting. We have, I think, about 8 painters painting right now with us. So then immediately we review our business plan. Now we are trying to source for we want to have a functioning board of directors now. The business is getting beyond me alone. So we've been talking with banks. They want to come in now, give us more fund, and I believe sincerely, all things being equal, between now and end of next year, we'll be having about 40 staff on our payroll. We'll be having about 40 staff.
All right, so that answers your question, that in terms of the indirect jobs, a whole vista of opportunities being open. He's talked about casual staff who come in on an ad hoc basis. We have to look at the suppliers. Maybe there are more people in the business of paint manufacturing ingredients because of Raphael's foray. You can see Raphael is very ambitious. I'm very happy to, have known him even at Faith Foundation, and I know he's a go-getter, and he's telling you that, he already has plans in place to take this business to the next level. So you look at distributors too. By the time his capacity increases, you'll be having distributors of his products. So there are lots of indirect spin-offs, to that one main business, and it's a very good development.
And to support her, presently we are in about 3 states now, and another level we want to take the business to is that between now and next year, we want to be at least in 10 states. We want to have distributors in 10 states. Between now and 2016-17, we want to be in the whole 36 states of the Federation.
All right. Well, we'll just have to get a breather for now. And I know that the second edition, of course, was targeted at women.
Yes, that is all women.
I know you're very passionate when it comes to women. So
we empower women.
Yeah, we're going to talk more about that. We'll take a short break.
Thank you.
Well, we'll go on a short break, and when we return, we will continue with that discussion. Please stay with us.